variety of animals from around the world. African lion safari was originally founded in the summer of 1969 by the late Colonel G.D.Dailley. It was founded in the name of conservation and education and for success for the past 47 years. Over to our left-hand side, you can see our large recreational swim lake. This is where our Asian elephants are brought twice a day to swim. Today they'll be swimming one more time at 5 o'clock. Despite the fact that our Asian elephants can weigh close to 10,000 pounds, they are actually quite adept swimmers and will often use waterways to cool themselves off.
Igen.
The European white stork is a completely monogamous bird, meaning they'll stay with one partner for their entire life.
Gólyák egy személlyel, vagy egy másik gólyával élik le az egész életüket. Ezek a lámák.
Coming up on both our right and left hand side, you'll be able to see our herd of llamas. The llama was one of the first animals to be domesticated by man, as they were originally domesticated close to 2,000 years ago by the ancient Incan civilization. Llamas usually live in herds of about 10 to 15 members, of both males and females, led by a dominant male. However, there have been leaderless herds of only males of up to 200 members strong. Llamas are able to run at speeds of close to 60 kilometers per hour. However, they are also able to swim quite fast, and they often use waterways as a way to escape predators. The llama is considered a member of the endangered animals list, as they are currently being endangered due to the fact that their habitats are being destroyed by deforestation. Also to our right-hand side, you'll be able to see our East African crowned cranes. Coming up on our right-hand side, you'll be able to see our herd of Watusi cattle. The Watusi were once known as the cattle of the kings, as they were mostly used for barter and trade between African tribes, as they were rarely used for their meat, as wealth was measured in the number of living animals one owned. Both male and female Watusi will grow these large and prominent horns, which are some of the largest amongst the entire... Lionesses are able to take down prey of up to 5 times their overall body weight, and they'll usually hunt in large groups. However, the actual killing of the prey is done by a single lioness with a bite to the neck. All of the large cats in this reserve are known as carnivores or meat eaters, and all of them. And over to the right-hand side. You can see our dominant male white lion to the right-hand side. His name is Feta. The female sitting upright beside him is named Bree, and the other female lying in the ground is named Kiara. You can also see 4 of our younger cubs over on our right-hand side. Each of these cubs is only about 2 months old.
Igen.
Our baboons do enjoy climbing on the sides of vehicles, as they view them as new play structures. Older baboons are very respectful, or at least fearful of the current dominant male. However, even the dominant male will want to play with the younger baboons. He'll show this by walking up to the baboon's mother and smacking his lips to show that he means no harm.
Jönnek az etetésre.
Even though our baboons can look quite playful and friendly, don't let this fool you, as they can actually be incredibly dangerous, as they have razor-sharp teeth. We advise that the feeding of our baboons is better left to our professionals. When a baboon is first born, their fur is completely black and coated. They'll have bright red faces.
A harmadikus. Ja. Hogyha utas.
They'll also cling to their mother's underside for the first few months of life, as it's an easier position for them to nurse in. Baboons are primarily ground, and the wild has drastically increased. They can now be found all over the African continent and in some areas of Southeast Asia. Baboons also have incredible senses of sight, hearing, and smell, as they can actually see color. They also have 2 very large cheek pouches in which they store a large amount of food for later consumption. The 3 that you can see staying together are our females, and their names are Firestar and Lenny. And our dominant male's name is Bubba. You'll notice that these rhinos aren't exactly white in color, but a slight gray. They get their name from the Afrikaans word wide, meaning wide or squared lips. They use their large square lips to crop the grass, as they are strictly herbivores. Can weigh close to 5,500 pounds, stand 6.5 feet to the shoulder, and be roughly 12 feet in length. Both male and female white rhinos will grow a single large horn on the tip of their snouts, which is made completely of the material keratin. That's the same protein that makes up your hair and fingernails. The white rhino is a great example of man's overhunting of large animals, as they were once hunted close to extinction for their horns, which were believed to have. On the hand side, you'll be able to see our herd of addaxes. The addax is also known as the screwhorn antelope and gets its name from the long, twisted horns on the top of their head. The addax actually has the incredible ability to survive without any water, as they get enough moisture from the vegetation that they eat. A typical herd of addax is usually 20 to 30 members strong, consisting of both males and females, and will be led by the oldest male.
Annyi nedvességet szednek, igen.
When addax are first born, their coats will be a light yellow. The white rhino is actually very closely related to the horses. They are able to run at speeds of close to 30 kilometers per hour, despite their almost weighing 6,000 pounds. You might notice a little bit of dirt on each of our rhinos. This is only because they've been rolling around in the dirt to try and protect themselves from the harmful rays of the sun. Still, once again, be able to see our dominant male white rhino, and his name is Bubba.
Meglát az út közepén.
Nézd ki, mintha beteg lenne.
Igen.
Over on our right and left hand side, you'll be able to see our herd of Barbary sheep. The Barbary sheep is a sandy brown mountain goat, which can be found in the northern mountainous regions of Africa. They're known to be excellent jumpers and climbers, since they can easily clear obstacles of close to 6 feet in height. Even the young, just hours after birth, will jump around vigorously, and then be just as good at climbing as any of the parents. Unfortunately, the Barbary sheep is being overhunted by hunters in North Africa, and it's only a matter of time before they go extinct in the wild. Luckily, they are being slowly introduced into the canyons around California. Both male and female oryxes will grow these long curved horns. However, these horns will not be present on young, and young will be a much more light white or yellow in color, and they'll slowly grow that bright brown chest patch as they age. The scimitar horned oryx is considered extinct in the wild, as they can only be found in protected areas such as zoos and other animal facilities. Coming up on our right hand side, you'll be able to see some of our eland. The eland is the largest member of the African antelope species, as they can easily weigh close to 2,200 pounds. Both male and female eland will grow a large set of horns on the top of their head that will actually be hollow on the inside. Giraffes also have incredibly large and powerful hearts, which are able to pump blood all the way up their long necks and into their brains. When a giraffe is first born, they'll stand at 6.5 feet in height and weigh about 150 pounds. Even though the giraffe can look somewhat tall and awkward looking, they're able to run gracefully at speeds of close to 44 kilometers per hour, and in fact their name actually means the graceful one.
44 kilométeres sebességet tudnak szólni. A üzemás
Over to our left-hand side, you'll be able to see two of our zebras passing by. However, we'll be able to get a wild horse of Africa. Unlike the domestic horse of North America, the zebra does not possess the same well-tempered manner or endurance, which makes the horse a friend of man. However, zebras are able to run at speeds of close to 65 kilometers per hour. They have amazing senses of sight, hearing, and smell. They use these senses to stay forever vigilant, or they'll fall prey to their deadliest predators, the lion or a pack of hyenas. Zebras will also often act as an alarm system for many animals throughout the savannah, so as a rule of thumb, if you see a zebra running, you should probably do the same. Yak calves are incredibly dependent on their mothers. The yak is a staple beast of burden and milk producer to many countries within Asia, including Nepal and Tibet. And when yaks are in danger, they will make a protective circle around their young with their horns facing outwards. The Asian rhino species, as they can easily weigh close to 6,000 pounds. Both male and female Indian rhinos grow a single horn on the tip of their snouts, which can begin to grow when they're about 6 years of age. There is very little hair on the Indian rhino's body, as there's only hair found on their ear tufts, tail fringes, and eyelashes. The aggressive reputation given to rhinos is quite undeserved, as they are actually when they're known to feed on a variety of aquatic grasses and herbs. Both male and female nilgai will grow a large set of white rings around each of their hooves, giving them the appearance of wearing socks. The male nilgai is the only one that will grow a small set of horns, and here in the Rocky Mountains of North America. However, they are much smaller in size, as they only weigh between 52 and 103 pounds. Only the male Mouflon sheep will grow a small set of horns on the top of their head, and the hoof will be covered in a thick velvety layer for the first few months of the year. This thick velvety layer allows a rich supply of blood to travel to the elk's antlers, which allows them to continue to grow. Once this velvety layer has been shed, the bare antlers will then be used to display to females and fight other males for the right to breed. A male elk can have anywhere from 30 to 50 females in his harem. Prairie bison was once a symbol of strength in North America, as there was originally 70 to 80 million of them roaming all around the continent. However, due to overhunting by early settlers, their numbers were dwindled to under 30,000. When a bison calf is first born, their fur will be bright orange in color and only weigh between 25 and 35 pounds.